Hey Brickmaniacs, it's Lando here. Dylan's out of the office, but we got Dan joining.
Sorry.
It's all good though, because Dylan gave me a cheat sheet. So
Yep,
where are we
I got one
starting
too.
here? There is a sale going on right now, right?
There absolutely is. It's to help you with your mock. So it's the Mockalypse Now.
Mockalypse Now.
Mockalypse Now. So it is 10% off of all accessories until the end of the month. Brick arms, minifigure, stickers.
Yeah, so that's coupon code Build It. Link in the description. You'll see everything that's for sale underneath that. So
Yep.
that's a great way to get started building an awesome mock for the upcoming contest. So get started now. There's still plenty of time to build an awesome diorama for this upcoming contest.
Yep.
F117 Nighthawk. How about that?
F117 Nighthawk. Yes, that's what this is here. This is the prototype model. It doesn't have any of the printed parts on it. You can actually see from the canopy here that we're in the process of mapping out where the printing is going to be. We have a nice render of it so you can see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
50 copies first batch. It's a big kit. It is deceptively large kit. You know, you think this thing is it's a stealth fighter, but it's not.
Right.
It's actually a bomber and it's big. So 50 copies first batch. Oops, officially licensed Lockheed Martin product. Does come with 2 bombs.
Nice. The internal bomb bays, right?
GBU 27. Yeah, on the bottom. All this stuff. And it's kind of cool. The stand actually makes it easier to pick up. So yeah, there are bomb bays on there. I don't want to go through the trouble of opening it right now. We'll go through the whole thing when we do the actual.
Yeah, so this is just, again, a prototype model. The final version is going to be decked out with custom printing, kind of head to toe.
Right. And you know, if I had more time, I would have opened up everything first, just to show it to you. But it does land gear comes out, everything. It does everything it's supposed to do except fly.
Yes, so that's awesome. We will be doing a full review video of that in the near future.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that.
And
I don't know if there are still copies available. I'm thinking this thing will go fast.
Yeah, there's been a lot of interest. So this has been spectacular. It's been a fun build. So it'll be fun to make.
The next prototype that goes up for pre-sale is the MB240 field truck. So this is kind of a unique project, Dan.
Right. This is Andreas Eggen. I hope I'm saying that name right. Egan, maybe.
So you might be familiar with him from ASAP Animation on Instagram.
Right. So this is actually a fan-created model. So we're actually talking to other designers out there in the builder sphere, and we selected Andreas to like produce a couple of models for Brickmania. So this is the first of 2 that we have so far. So this is a European. If you're familiar with the European military stuff, modern military, this thing is everywhere.
Yeah.
It is all over Europe. All the different NATO countries use it. So it is a 4x4, all-purpose vehicle. So, and it does come with 2 figures.
2 unique figures, Norwegian Army.
Our first Norwegian Army, modern Norwegian Army. So you can thank Andreas for actually like our first NATO figures that aren't tankers.
Right.
I guess we've had a couple. They just few and far between.
So I mean, this again is a prototype. It's missing It's missing quite a few pieces. Just
right. Look at the render. You'll see.
It's a ways out. So there's a render on screen.
Yep. 2 minifigures. Great little build.
That was a fun little. I just finished up the artwork for that, so that should be interesting. Some new 3D printing on that for the minifigures.
So and then we have an actual release. You can get today. A couple of them. A vehicle.
Super exciting.
If anybody's familiar with the Vietnam War or like Southeast Asia in general, these little 3-wheeled vehicles are everywhere over there. So we wanted one for our Vietnam diorama, so we built one.
So yeah, it's a perfect little diorama.
Yeah, it's not really a Lando 550 in real life, but we took that and ran with it. It was my idea, so Lando's.
No, you got it. I was just very insistent on. No, yeah, it was your.
So great little mock. If you're making a diorama, Vietnam War era, this would be a perfect thing. Fill it up with people, fish. It's like the utilitarian work vehicle. It's the pickup truck, the monster truck.
Apparently, 10 people can fit comfortably in the back, is what they claim.
Okay,
I don't think 10 minifigures will fit in there.
Not 10 like 20th century size people.
I don't know.
All right. So Mary, this is a Mary Wilson design. It's a cute little vehicle. Again, just 50 of them made, so it's a limited edition. Get it while you can. I mean, we're working. We have our team working exhaustively to make kits for everyone. We just can't keep up with the sort of demand. So in order for us to make restocks and new releases at the same time, we just have to limit what we can put out. Sure. So, don't think people quite understand. Why does it sell out in like 10 minutes? Like, well, they're popular too. That's all we can make.
Yeah. And like the parts alone, I mean, there's not an infinite supply. We're working with Bricklink, you know.
Yeah, Bricklink or buying from wherever we can. And sometimes it means we have to go to the store. We need some parts. We actually will just go to the store and buy a truckload of Lego sets.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're doing. I mean, this is the kind of scale that we're on. But.
Right. But again, it's like Lego's only producing a certain amount of kits each year, and the part selection comes from that run of kits that Lego made. So we can only release so much stuff.
Right. It's the canopy on this F117, perfect example. We didn't think we'd be able to do it. And then just in time, Lego releases a new set that uses the canopy. Like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, the last appearance was some like Episode 1 Star Wars set.
Right, it was an obscure Star Wars set, and the canopy was going for like $20 a piece.
Yeah, it's the right canopy. So we were like, can we do this?
Right, and we just lucked out that this new set came out that made it possible. So that's just the way it goes. We can't tell Lego what to make, and we limit what we make to stuff that Lego doesn't make. So like, we'll use the brick arms, the other third-party stuff, and make our own. But
yeah,
we're not capable of making canopies. Not yet.
Not yet. So yeah, I think that's the final release of the Vietnam month, right?
It is. It is the final kit.
The final kit.
Final kit release. And if you have pre-orders, the last pre-order should be going out within the next week. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, all Vietnam stuff. We're getting to the end of the month. We're ready to switch over to Desert Storm.
Yes. And speaking of Desert Storm, we do have the minifigure of the month for sale right now.
It is cool.
The first batch, and we're going to keep on trying to release a few batches throughout the month. So if it's sold out this time, it'll be back in a week.
Yeah, about 10 days, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, it depends. I haven't looked at the schedule, but usually it's not like, if it comes out Friday, we don't have a restock on Monday.
Okay,
it's usually the following Monday.
Yep, following Monday.
Because we do need some time to make other stuff.
Exactly. So, yes, the brand new minifigure of the month. This is the Desert Storm U.S. Army Infantry. I guess right off the bat, that brand new 3D printed and UV printed gas mask. That's the M17 gas mask. Ton of iconic photographs from the era.
Is there another name for that? Mop something or?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Like the Mop 4 level. I don't remember. I know like the comments when you posted the picture, or when I don't remember who. Maybe it was me posted the sneak peek of it. Some people were having like flashbacks,
oh, no.
like PTSD flashbacks from basic training. No, not the dreaded blah blah. No.
It doesn't look very comfortable, but
no, probably really hot.
Yeah, especially like in the middle of the desert. I can't even imagine that.
Right.
But this, again, this figure, Desert Storm. It seemed like all this gear was like thrown together. You were saying people were deployed and then the gear was shipped after them.
Right. And that's just the way. That's the way that the military works. They have positioning ships with all amphibious ships or cargo ships loaded up with all this gear.
Right.
And in a time of crisis, the troops will just be flown out there and the gear will meet them by sea. So and during Desert Storm, I remember they were sent over into Saudi Arabia because there was a big concern that Iraq wasn't going to stop with Kuwait. They were actually to keep going into Saudi Arabia. So troops were rushed over there. The Marines were the first to show up, of course, because that's what they're designed to do. And everybody else just showed up as they could get there.
Right.
Yeah, all the reserves were called up. It was a several-month buildup, but yeah, they all went over there with their Army green uniforms.
So yeah, this particular minifigure of the month, this is the Desert Storm U.S. Army Infantry. It seems like the Army and the Marines were pulling gear from a very similar pool. So you would see a ton of overlap. There maybe were a few pieces of gear that were specific to one or the other. This might work for both the Marines and the Army. I'm not 100% sure on that, but for sure Army is what I was basing the source images off of. Just a really interesting mix of camouflages again. You can see that transition out of sort of Vietnam era jungle gear. They're still wearing the jungle boots, which were just terrible in the desert. Apparently they'd fill up with sand right away. And then the other, like the full leather boots, you have the opposite problem that they're just way too hot. So, so it's really interesting figure, interesting history there. So, okay, yeah, and just to reiterate, 10% off Brick Arms minifig gear, mock accessories, and stickers, like we were saying with that coupon code Build It.
Build It.
So
it's that easy.
Yeah,
just build it.
I don't know if you have anything else, Dan. I'm assuming this is a good month.
Well, just some reminders.
Sure.
Last batch of AC-130s will be going up for pre-order on Monday. We'll talk about that on Monday's video a little bit more, but it's the last batch of the AC-130s be going up for pre-order. The Vault is coming back next month. So remember the Vault. The Vault is where we take the Brickmania display models that come back from display from our stores. We do have 3 stores. Stuff eventually sells out. When it does sell out, we get the display models back. We've determined that the best way to offer them up would be just to actually put them up online. So they're a little bit more expensive than the retail, generally speaking, because they're sold out kits.
Yeah.
And they're actually special models because they're usually display models. They'll come with a certificate basically saying this is what it is.
Right.
So it's authentic from Brickmania. It's not just somebody cobbling together a model, because you don't get the box. That's the one thing.
Right.
So we do sometimes save the boxes, and if we do, they will go with the boxes. We do keep them around if we have them.
But yeah, for a lot of those kits, it might be the last chance that we're going to be releasing a lot of them. So
by the time it gets to the Vault, it's pretty much out of production.
Yeah.
Our production cycle, just like we were mentioning earlier, because we can only get parts for so long, we only keep our stuff in stock for so long that it becomes either too hard to get, or maybe there's just not enough interest to make a full batch of 50.
right. So you might see a version 2 come out down the road, but for that particular kit, it's probably being permanently retired.
Right, yeah, that's it. The printing, the figures will probably be the only time you'll see it. You know, we do update periodically. And that's basically to combat the whole, we can't make it anymore,
Right.
but people still want it.
Right.
So, yeah, Vault stuff is coming. Vault Day is the first Thursday of every month. We stopped it for a while because we were busy with other things, but it's coming back. We have a ton of stuff. I don't know how much we're going to put up this time, but we'll probably put some up this month, next month.
Sure.
Yeah, it's quite a colossal haul for sure.
That's right.
And then the mock contest.
Yeah.
June ends in June 1st is when the mock contest ends.
Yep.
So
Vietnam themed.
Vietnam. Yeah, I don't know the whole details. It's up there on the internet.
For all of our talking points, should be a link in the description.
Right.
I think with that, that's the
That's the end. We're done.
Thank you very much for watching.